Okay, just when you think it's safe. Today I was going to go make some more little shorts videos. I really like doing those now, especially with summer. You know, it's going to be summer in a few days. This time people don't, in my experience in the I guess this is 6 or 7 summers. Yeah, people don't watch that much on videos, and so short ones I think are going to be okay. But anyway, I was going to go out and make some shorts, and I came back down to the nature preserve and parked right in front of the place and in the shade, you know, so my camera doesn't get hot. And right in front of me there was a guy. He was getting out, and there was another car backed in and parked kind of like they didn't care about lines. And I thought that it was that guy that was getting out. I thought that it was, I was hearing this noise. It was music playing real loud, you know, in a really quiet, you know, place where people go. It's all nature, you know, very quiet. Then it was boom, 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 boom. And I was thinking, why in the world people do that? But I couldn't see because the windows were really tinted, really dark. And like I said, they were backed in, so the back of their car was in front of mine, you know, the front of mine, on the other side of a little area, you know, a little thing like you see in front of you. And so then, you know, I was thinking, that's annoying. I hope it didn't pick it up on my videos. I had made 2 of them, and their music. Then they got out, and when I saw one of them, it was 2 guys. One of them looked they looked kind of rough. Young guys, like rough, tough. I remember when I was young, we called them hoods. In my mother's generation, they called them hoodlums. But we just reduced it to hoods. But they did not look safe, and one of them was holding something, and what it looked like was one of those, like a holster that, this is Texas. And, you know, but I think one for like a knife. And anyway, I backed up and moved away from there. And as I was backing up, I saw them go to the back of their little car, and they opened it up and they were going to pull some stuff out of there. I'm like, that's freaky. You know, it was kind of spooky. Really backed in front of the place. I don't know what they think they would get. I don't think it's a money-maker place. It's, after all, a nature preserve. You never know. As far as I know, they don't have any kind of store in there. I've been in there many, many times, unless they put one in since last year. But they do have those zip liners, I think, but that is a totally different building. So, really now, when is it ever safe to go out? I mean, it seems like there's always some kind of drama. Almost always. I know I'm not an always person. You know, that all or none, all or never, black or white. You know, it's got to be extreme. No, I'm not that type. But I've been around too many people lately saying always, or hearing people say always. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. But it reminded me of the time that, and I think the guy was changing his clothes too. It looked like that, or starting to take off his shirt to put on another one, something. And now I have known people to be out here that I think that they stay out here overnight and they live in their car. I don't know. This is I don't think that this makes any difference. It's a very wealthy area, and this is very well. The police officers or some kind of law enforcement, they usually park their cars here, you know, that they used to. And plus the parks and recs, I think they come here. So I don't know if anybody stays here at night, but I have seen people that had a whole carload full of stuff, and like they lived there. I've seen it. I think, let's see, this would be the 4th time, at least. You know, different people. But one of them, it reminded me of, I was parked in that same spot. I mean, this is right in front. This guy got out of his car. He'd been sitting there for the longest, and I was kind of like, oh, please move, because it was my favorite spot. He was just sitting there. I thought when I drove up, he was going to back out, you see. But no, he just kept sitting there, and finally he got out and went to the back of his, I think it was a black car, and he got clothes out and started undressing and dressing himself in something else. I'm like, oh, wow. And yes, I backed up and left it, yeah. But what is it with people going to parks and taking their clothes off and changing their clothes, you know? But I don't know. I don't think that happens all that often. Where are they going with the boats? I don't know that you can, or canoes. I don't know if you can do that around here. Interesting. This time I'm way out here and nobody drove up next to me. Imagine that. But it's busy to this time. Now you see how busy? Where can you see? I've got to. Yeah, I mean it is really packed. And today is what day? Wednesday. So this is a lot. I like those, whatever they are there. I wish they were thicker, and I'd get one for my house. I mentioned that yesterday, I think. But I'm going to go back around and see if they're still parked there. And, because I like that spot. I know somebody's taking that spot, and yes, they're parked, but they turned it around. So, yep, see, those are the Parks and Rec vehicles. So, I don't know if anybody would be allowed to sleep out here. I mean, I could see if somebody was traveling, yeah, you know, then that could be that. But to change your clothes, when they got a bathroom inside, seriously. They have restrooms, male and female restrooms, and you can go in there and change. I don't see why you couldn't go in there and change your clothes. It's, you know, so that makes it a little more suspicious, right? You got it. Okay. I decided not to stay too long. I went to another place, you know, another spot in there, and as I was driving around, or two other spots, I saw that those people hadn't turned their car around. There were still those two guys. Yeah, they still had backed in. But I went to two other places. In the second place, the bee, I think, or some kind of bug that was flying around on the bush, on the beautiful little bushes next to me. Well, it flew right into my SUV. I think I can't find it, so I don't know. But anyway, I figured that was enough signs. Okay, I'm not really one to believe in signs, but yeah, it still was enough. Hopefully that whatever it was, I don't think it was a bee. It was something similar. What would be on it? Anyway. Hopefully I'll remember to put this part on that video. If not, it'll be a part of a blooper on another one or something. But I think I made 5 shorts. And like I said, I think I prefer to make the shorts in the summertime because of, like I said earlier, you know, who's watching? Really? Who's going to be watching at this point? I might stop somewhere else and do some shorts because and hopefully my editor, I've been having trouble with editor, one of them crashed it, and you know, one of them keeps crashing in it, and the other one seems like it makes the shorts too narrow, and it shouldn't, but it does, and I don't think they go up as shorts, because that, on the app I can see when it says that little S there, but those won't. So I've been testing them out and making them public. And so far, like that happened yesterday. So far, nobody has watched any of them. I mean, it hasn't gone to the short shelf, is what they call it. So, but I think I might just go to this park over here and, or near it, and make some little shorts. But hopefully, like I was saying, hopefully the editor doesn't give me problems and crash my, not my computer, but my cell phone is what I use. And, keeps crashing, and then I have to reboot and start all over, and that's annoying. And plus I'll lose all the whatever videos or photos or whatever, I'll lose them. And I do have it set to where it would upload them to something, but I don't know how to get stuff from there. So anyway, we'll see. I think I'll stop right here and make some. Okay, talk to you on another video.